This presentation is a social cause intervention plan for Marketing 222, looking at depression in young men studying at university. Specifically looking at men aged from 18 to 24 to encourage prevention and improve knowledge through informational seminars, to increase the likelihood of seeking help early. This presentation was prepared for the University of the Sunshine Coast and prepared by Shani Whitaker. The social cause intervention is aimed to offer information to help the likelihood of men seeking help. The intervention is targeted at university students with the aim of increasing awareness and understanding of depression, as well as encouraging the use of health services. Currently, this age group has a lack of awareness about depression, are misinformed, or simply don't know what to do. The downstream intervention suggested for this social cause is a university seminar to create an awareness around mental health and influencing men to get preventative treatment for depression. The intervention will take place over a year, with the seminar taking place in both semesters and followed by activities every month. This is made possible by the number of stakeholders providing promotion, funding, location, and information. Strategies for product, price, place, and promotion for the intervention were identified, as well as media planning and a creative strategy. Issues such as monetary and non-monetary barriers have been explored in the process to making the intervention available to all students. The intervention will be promoted through a number of channels, mainly delivered through university resources that are already available. The evaluation of the intervention will be assessed using surveys and observational data. This is to be adapted based on the feedback and used in seminars in the following semesters. Potential consequences are considered, including the representation of depression in a negative light, the interruption of a class time, the fact that not all classes are taped, and people may skip the lecture when watching online. A positive unintended consequence is that the information can help both genders, even though the intervention is aimed at men. Mental illness affects 1/5 of the Australian population. Depression is among these mental illnesses that is often prevalent in young people between the ages 18 to 24. This age group's second leading cause of death is by suicide, leading from depression. There are many issues that contribute to the high rate of suicides, however men are far less likely to come forward to seek help. Men feel pressure to conceal their emotions as it's seen as a sign of weakness or vulnerability. Due to men being unable to cope with depression, they have a greater chance of committing suicide than women. The target audience for this intervention is males between 18 to 24, studying at university. Targeting the intervention at students allows for a high majority of the age group becoming more informed. The change of behaviour that is needed to reject the undesirable behaviour and accept a new behaviour is the idea that a person with depression can just snap out of it. This has created an undesirable stigma that should be rejected. Receiving correct information can help people understand depression, helping to remove the stigma. This allows for people with depression to become more willing to ask and receive help. Accepting a new behaviour for men suffering from depression is a suggested change of behaviour. Providing information that could help men become more willing to seek help once they understand and notice the signs of depression. The information should be shared among all students studying at university, as the information is the key to rejecting the stigma and the first step towards getting help. Early intervention aimed towards university students could help with the prevention of long-term impacts of the illness. Information is the key to better understanding and learning the signs and symptoms of depression. Early treatment of depression could lead to a better and more productive life. The person will additionally become more productive within the community. Untreated mental disorders impose a range of costs to the individuals, their families, and the community. Productivity loss is one of the many indirect costs that impacts individuals and the community. Preventative treatment and early detection can lower these costs. thus saving future healthcare costs for individuals, their families, and the community. Due to the seriousness of the issue, a large number of studies have been done. The literature tells us that there is a lack of information or understanding of depression, and the lack of information about depression has decreased the ability to recognize symptoms. The literature often refers to aspects of theory of planned behavior and the factors affecting and driving the behavior. To create an effective intervention, the theory of planned behavior must be considered during the development of the strategy. Shown in Figure 1 is the adapted conceptual model to show the ideal intervention strategies to create the intention to seek help. The intervention plan that will be presented focuses on subjective norms. External and internal factors influence attitudes, subjective norms, and perceived behavior. This in turn influences the intention to seek help. The 3 strategies that were considered in the development stage are improved knowledge through university interventions, social media campaign, and improved social norms through community-based activities. We have explored these 3 strategies, however the university seminar intervention is the focus as it targets a large population of uni students and is low cost. However, aspects from the other 2 strategies will be incorporated to improve the engagement of the seminar. The intervention plan hopes to improve the knowledge and understanding of depression through a seminar at universities such as USC. It will provide a free seminar called OK Mate during the first week lectures. They will run for 15 minutes each and people will have access in person or online. Questions can be asked throughout the seminar through an anonymous software. The seminar concludes with a take-home information pack, and throughout the semester, activities are run to engage and reinforce the message students received earlier. The informational packs will include fact sheets, symptom awareness, and services such as helplines. Additionally, this information can be found in slides or through USC website, social media, and Blackboard. The intervention aims are the increased awareness and understanding of depression through information and details about mental health, the misconceptions, and the stereotypes. It will also cover where to get help, how to get help, knowing how to help others, and encouragement of the use of health services. These aims are in hope in the future to improve early treatment, reduce the suicide rate, and decrease the stigma. The objectives include creating more of a discussion around mental health in universities. This is in hope people would feel more comfortable talking about depression. This will be evaluated through pre- and post-survey results. The second objective is to get engaged students throughout the seminar, getting them involved and interacting. The final objective is getting the use of mental health services from 56% to 50%. The potential partners and stakeholders will each play an important role in the campaign. Partnerships can provide their existing distinctive brand and relationships with the target audience. This will give the campaign a positive initial contact. The University of the Sunshine Coast will host a seminar as well as distribute the promotional material through the many resources already available. TAFE Queensland will become a partner with the hope that the campaign will be distributed throughout all of Queensland universities and TAFEs. Information, expert speakers, and services that may be referred to will originate from Headspace, Beyond Blue, the Black Dog Institute, and Suicide Prevention Australia. Funding from the Queensland Government and the Australian Government's National Mental Health Commission will be used to host the seminars. The state and federal government have already played a role in trying to change the behaviour through supporting or producing other campaigns relating to mental health. As well as the funding, these 2 levels of government give the campaign a sense of priority and importance. The product of a social marketing intervention differs from commercial marketing because the product isn't clearly a good or service. However, there are still 3 product layers, but they focus on the behavior change rather than the product. The core product provides a benefit to the individual. This intervention helps with the information of mental health well-being, early detection of symptoms, and prevention from worse symptoms. The actual product is the method in which it achieves the desired behavior. The seminar information helps to identify symptoms for individuals and peers. It refers to services and corrects misinformation to achieve the core product. The augmented product is provided to assist with the behavior change through the intervention. The seminar will use information sheets, anonymous software allowing for privacy to ask questions throughout the seminar, and activities to be run throughout the semester. The intervention has its own brand name, OKMate, to distance itself from other competing campaigns. Price involves numerous variables in social marketing. Monetary costs and non-monetary costs, such as stigma, discomfort, and time investment. There is limited monetary costs and barriers for the intervention. As we talked about earlier, the way we're going to make the seminar free is through funding from the Queensland Government and the Australian Government's National Mental Health Commission. The stakeholders' funding allows the price to partake to be free as part of classes. The choice to make the seminar free is to get a higher reach of the target audience. Free information packs will be included. These packs will include free counselling sessions from Headspace as well as phone numbers from mental health helplines. These helplines are free as they are run with the help of donations and government funding. Driving associated costs to attend the seminar could be considered a barrier. However, videotaped lectures will be uploaded on Blackboard. Taking part in the seminar mainly involves non-monetary costs. These were considered. These include the stigma and fear of appearing weak. The speakers are trained mental health counsellors and therefore have an assurance of confidentiality. The second barrier is discomfort with speaking publicly about the issue. A solution to the barrier is an anonymous software called Go Soapbox. It allows questions to be asked privately and then answered out loud for others to hear too. The software could be used as an incentive to take part in the seminar. The final barrier is the time investment. As the seminar is presented during scheduled lectures, it allows people to attend without sparing extra time. As there are solutions to these barriers, there is a very low non-monetary cost to attending the seminar. The intervention was created with the barriers in mind to help overcome monetary and non-monetary costs. This allows for an easy transition to change the behaviour. Place in social marketing refers to the accessibility and location involved in delivering the message of the intervention. The intervention will be carried out in Queensland tertiary education institutions such as USC. The seminars will be held in the University of the Sunshine Coast lecture theatres during scheduled class times. The seminar will be held in each lecture for the entire first week. This intervention will happen during both semesters of university. These seminars will be recorded to allow for people to watch at home. Once TAFE is brought on board as a partner within the program, the seminar could be held during the first week of classes and twice per year. The promotion of the campaign is delivered through the USC's media department to distribute the message through the website and social media accounts, as they are the most effective and widespread tool for delivering the message. Social media, emails, and posters will also be utilised in the promotion of the seminar. The university will be the major messenger used for promoting through Blackboard, the USC website, its Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. The promotion through social media is a great tool as 99% of the target audience, 18 to 24-year-olds, use social media. Media releases will also be utilised in the promotion of the seminar. Local newspapers and news channels will be approached to deliver the media releases. The message delivered throughout the campaign is, "Okay mate." Here is an example of the timeline for media releases, promotions, seminar, activities, and survey dates. The announcement of the campaign will be released in the fourth week of November 2018. In the first week of January 2019, another media release will announce the speakers for the event. During that same week, social media, Blackboard, and the USC website will distribute the promotions about the seminar. Promotional posters won't be released until February. During the fourth week of February, the first week of semester, the seminar will be presented and pre- and post-surveys will be released. Activities will happen every month until mid-semester break. A follow-up survey will be distributed via Blackboard around the same time as the second activity. The final media release for the progress of the campaign will be announced in the last week of May. Semester 2 will follow a similar pattern. There are 3 creative strategies: a PowerPoint, anonymous software, and a poster mock-up. These PowerPoint slides are an example of the questions and information to be presented as part of the seminar. Professionals from Headspace, Beyond Blue, the Black Dog Institute, and Suicide Prevention Australia will present this information. The anonymous software mentioned throughout this presentation is called Go Soapbox. This will be used during the seminar and will be shown next to the information slide. It shows questions asked anonymously by other students. It is simply done by creating a discussion and showing the PIN code. Students who enter this PIN code will be able to access the discussion live. They don't have to enter their name, the presenter will see the questions and answer them accordingly. Shown in the slide is how to set up the anonymous software, and shows how the students can access through their phones. The final creative strategy is the poster mock-up that will be released in February of 2019. It informs students of the campaign's name, the seminar dates, and information on mental health helplines. These posters will be promoted online through the university's website, Blackboard, and social media pages. It will also be distributed throughout the campus. Evaluating the effectiveness of interventions will include data gathering and observation. It will also include pre, post, and follow-up surveys. It is important to find whether the intervention was received positively and achieves its aims and objectives. This will be done through observation and data gathering. The data will track the number of people who attended and watched the intervention online. It will also track the amount of times health services were contacted or visited pre and post the intervention. During the seminar, it will be noted how students were engaged. Social norms on the USC campus will be monitored to see if there is more discussion about depression. Surveys will be distributed pre and post the seminar to ask the following questions: where they heard about the seminar from, what do they know about depression, and do they know where to go if they need help. A follow-up survey will be distributed 1 month after the seminar, posted to Blackboard. The seminar will be updated and adapted based on the feedback to be put into use the following semester. After its first and second years, an evaluation of the entire campaign will determine whether the social norms on campus changed and whether there were more men in the targeted age group seeking help. The seminar acknowledges the chance that mental illness could be represented in a negative light. However, the information will be carefully presented by professionals in a considerate manner. An ethical consideration is that the seminar will interrupt class. The intervention seeks to give plenty of notice to lecturers, so this time can be managed early on. Not all classes are taped, so to ensure everyone has access to a recorded seminar, it will be posted elsewhere, online, for everyone to access. The final negative unintended consequence includes people watching online at home will not be informed if they decide to skip over the seminar part of the lecture recordings. An unintended consequence that may prove to be positive is even though the seminar is aimed at men, women can relate to the information and access the help too. Men in the age group of 18 to 24 are less likely to seek help for depression than women. The intervention is aimed at men to make the information more available to help the likelihood of men seeking help. The intervention is targeted at university students with the aim of increasing awareness and understanding of depression. as well as encouraging the use of help services. Extensive literature on this topic has been analysed and explored to create the intervention. Currently, the age group has a lack of awareness about depression, are misinformed, or simply don't know what to do. A seminar was suggested to create an awareness around mental health, which is made possible by the number of stakeholders providing promotion, funding, location, and information. Issues such as monetary and non-monetary barriers have been explored in the process to making the intervention available to all students. The intervention will be promoted through a number of channels, mainly delivered through USC social media, website, and Blackboard, as these resources are already available. Creative strategies and media planning were identified. The evaluation of the intervention is assessed through surveys and observational data. This feedback will be used to adapt the intervention for following semesters. Potential consequences are considered. Solutions were suggested to combat the negative consequences.